Prince Harry and his wife Meghan announced they are stepping back from their role as senior members.
The royal world just got shaken, again. In a dramatic twist, Prince Harry and his young son were immediately separated after a mysterious and unexpected event. Whispers of tension, hidden agendas, and last-minute decisions are swirling across headlines and social media, leaving royal watchers stunned and speculating. So what could have happened to cause such a sudden split between father and son? Was it a royal protocol, a family feud, or something even more personal? Join us as we unravel the mystery behind Prince Harry and his son's sudden separation. Stillness before the scandal. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle first got together, it felt like the royal family was stepping into a new era. Their love story, between a British prince and a successful American actress, captured hearts around the world when they got married in 2018. Many believed they were the future of a modern monarchy. Then came the birth of their son Archie in 2019 and daughter Lilibet in 2021, making that dream seem even more real. But behind the smiles, handshakes, and royal ceremonies, something was quietly changing. A decision was being made, one that would shake the image of the royal family and change how royal children might be raised in the future. In January 2020, Harry and Meghan shocked the world by announcing that they would step back from their royal roles, a move that became known as Megxit. Most headlines focused on the tension between Harry and the royal household, but there was another, less talked about issue. The couple never gave clear answers. Instead, they moved to California, leaving behind the rules of palace life in exchange for privacy and independence. In their new home in Montecito, they hope to raise their children away from the constant pressure of royal duties and media attention. But over time, the mystery around Archie and Lilibet only grew. While Prince William and Kate's children continued to be seen at public events and even during school drop-offs, Harry and Meghan's kids stayed out of sight. That difference raised an important question. What exactly were Harry and Meghan trying to protect their children from? Some believe the couple was simply doing what any parents would, giving their kids a more normal and peaceful life. But in a royal family that values openness, especially about who's in line for the throne, their silence created a lasting sense of unease. By keeping their children's lives so private, Harry and Meghan broke with long-held royal traditions. From the outside, their California life seemed peaceful, but underneath that calm, questions and doubts began to swirl. As the world got used to this new chapter for the Sussexes, it became clear there was more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. From the very start, Harry and Meghan chose to keep their journey into parenthood much more private than other senior royals had in the past. When their son Archie was born, there were no traditional photos of the proud parents smiling on the hospital steps. In fact, by the time reporters and photographers showed up outside the hospital, the couple had already gone home with their baby. It was a deliberate move that broke royal tradition and got people talking. As Archie and later his sister Lilibet grew up, that same pattern continued. No surprise public appearances, no paparazzi photos popping up online. Instead, the world was given carefully chosen pictures, often in black and white, artistic in style, and shared only when Harry and Meghan decided to. On birthdays, they might post a simple message or a photo showing the child from behind. It wasn't just about keeping things private. It looked like every detail was being tightly managed. Compared to Prince William and Kate's children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, who are often seen at events or on school runs, the Sussex kids were hardly seen at all. This strict control made many people wonder, what are Harry and Meghan hiding? In today's digital world, where anything can be faked or altered, some began to spread wild theories, like claims that the photos were fake, or even that the children were born through surrogacy or were adopted in secret. There's no real proof for any of these rumors, but the couple's firm grip on their children's public image has only stirred more suspicion. After all, in a world full of camera phones and constant sharing, is it really possible to stay this hidden unless you're doing it on purpose? Supporters of the couple say they're just trying to give Archie and Lilibet a chance at a normal life, something Harry never had. And that's a good point. But others wonder if their extreme privacy might actually be making things worse. Right now, The lives of Archie and Lilibet remain one of the biggest mysteries in modern royal history. And behind the scenes, the questions just keep growing. By revealing so little, are they making people even more curious? Do their decisions conform to that of the royal family? Let's take a closer look. Meghan Markle's royal choices. When it came to pregnancy and giving birth, Meghan Markle did things very differently from past royal women. Instead of using the Queen's trusted doctors, she picked her own private medical team. While that's a normal choice for many people today, in royal circles, it caused a stir. Some saw it as Meghan standing up for herself, while others felt she was rejecting important royal traditions meant to keep everything clear and trustworthy, especially when it involves royal children. Was Meghan simply making personal choices for her health, or were she and Harry pushing back against royal control? The secrecy didn't stop with the doctors. When Archie was born, the public didn't find out right away. And there were no usual photos on the hospital steps like people had seen with other royal babies. Later, his christening was held in private too. No official guest list, and the godparents' names were never shared. This was a sharp contrast to William and Kate, who stuck to royal customs like public christenings and photo calls outside the hospital, even while asking for some privacy of their own. To fans of Harry and Meghan, their choices felt modern and freeing, like they were trying to raise their children on their own terms. But for royal experts and traditionalists, the changes were uncomfortable. The royal family is built on rules, ceremony, and public appearances. So when those are skipped, especially for children in the line of succession, people start to ask questions. Were Harry and Meghan trying to protect Archie and Lilibet from royal life? Or were they hiding something? With no named doctors, no open christenings, and no godparents revealed, some began to wonder if there was more going on behind the scenes. There's no real proof of anything unusual, but the secrecy has left many guessing. When Harry and Meghan stepped away from royal duties in 2020, they didn't just leave behind their titles, they also gave up their royal paycheck. Back when they were working royals, about 95% of their income came from then Prince Charles, while the remaining 5% was funded by UK taxpayers through the sovereign grant. After they left, King Charles reportedly gave them a generous amount of money to help them start fresh overseas, though it's unclear how long that support lasted. Determined to take control of their image, Harry and Meghan moved fast to build a new identity. They focused on charity work, storytelling, and creating a lifestyle brand. They launched the Archewell Foundation, signed big money deals with Netflix and Spotify, and worked on major projects like the Archetypes podcast and the Harry and Meghan docuseries. Meghan also stepped into the business world with her own lifestyle brand, first called American Riviera Orchard, and later rebranded in 2025 as Ever, offering things like jam and cookie mixes. Still, the road hasn't been smooth. Their Spotify deal ended in 2023, leading some to wonder how sustainable their ventures really are. Harry has also been busy in court, suing tabloids over privacy, and even challenging the UK government about his security. These legal battles have kept the couple in the headlines, sometimes for reasons they'd prefer to avoid. Despite the setbacks, Archewell Productions has kept growing. They've announced new shows, including one about professional polo and a Netflix lifestyle series starring Meghan called With Love, Meghan. In many ways, their work blurs the line between personal passion and public image. On one hand, they're enjoying the freedom to do what they love. On the other hand, the world still sees them through the lens of royalty. So, are Harry and Meghan truly building something new, or just giving royal life a California twist? Let's find out. Royal title controversy and public reaction. When King Charles III officially gave Archie and Lilibet the titles of Prince and Princess in September 2022, many people were surprised. The decision came years after Harry and Meghan had stepped away from royal duties, moved to the US, and openly criticized the royal family. The question of royal titles had already caused a lot of controversy, especially after Meghan's 2021 interview with Oprah, where she hinted that Archie was denied a title because of concerns about his skin color. So, when the titles were finally given, some saw it as a peace offering, while others believed it was a smart move by the monarchy to show stability during uncertain times. The timing raised eyebrows. It happened soon after Queen Elizabeth's death, a moment when the royal family was trying to show unity under the new king. But instead of settling things, the move only created more questions. If the royal family believed Archie and Lilibet truly deserved their places in the line of succession, why wait so long? And if they had doubts about Harry and Meghan's behavior or choices, why give the titles at all? Was this about doing the right thing, managing public image, or just politics? There's also the issue of how the titles are being used. Even though Archie and Lilibet are now officially a prince and princess, they haven't appeared publicly in any royal role. Their titles were quietly added to the royal website, but there were no big ceremonies or portraits to mark the change, something usually done in royal tradition. The silence was hard to ignore. Were the titles just a quiet gesture to move on, or a way to confirm something that had been questioned? To some, it looked like the royal family was trying to end rumors about who belongs in the line of succession. But to others, the move brought those rumors back into focus. It also placed Harry and Meghan in a tricky spot. They had often said they wanted to leave royal life behind and avoid the pressure of titles, yet they accepted these ones for their kids. Was that a contradiction? Or were they just trying to protect their children's future? Some think it was about securing opportunities, legal rights, or keeping a royal connection alive. Others wonder, did the Sussexes secretly want royal recognition for their children all along? The tension between their public rejection of royal life and their quiet acceptance of its benefits has become one of the most confusing parts of their story. And once the news broke, the internet exploded with debate. Everyone had something to say. When videos of Prince Harry's speech at the 2024 Well Child Awards started making the rounds online, it didn't take long for social media to react. The annual event, which honors seriously ill children and their families, has always meant a lot to Harry. He's been a patron of Well Child since 2007 and has attended many of its ceremonies over the years. This year, his speech was warm and emotional, focusing on the importance of giving children safe, loving homes. He talked about how kids pick up on the values and actions of the adults around them. It was a message full of empathy. But what really caught people's attention was what Harry didn't say. Instead of talking about his own children, Archie and Lilibet, he shared a short story about a friend's child. While some felt that was perfectly fine, others, especially fans who closely follow Harry and Meghan, found it odd. They wondered why a father who clearly loves his kids would avoid mentioning them in a speech all about parenting and children. On platforms like TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, people began posting clips of the speech with captions like, "Why no mention of Archie and Lilibet?" or "Is this about privacy? Or is there more to it?" Some supported Harry's choice, saying he was simply trying to protect his children from the intense public attention they often face. Parenting experts and privacy advocates also weighed in, saying it's okay to keep family life separate from public duties. Still, some viewers were curious. Body language experts even posted slowed-down clips, pointing out a small pause Harry made before telling the story, suggesting he might have been unsure about what to say or feeling emotional. And of course, speculation took off. Some guessed that Harry and Meghan had decided not to talk about their kids in public anymore. Others brought back old, false rumors about the children's parentage or custody, none of which are based on facts. But when there's no clear information, rumors tend to grow. What really stood out, though, was the response from everyday fans. Many remembered how open Harry used to be, how he once said that becoming a father changed his life, or how he talked proudly about reading to Archie and watching Lilibet take her first steps. To those people, his silence felt different, like a big change in tone. Maybe it's part of a new media strategy. Maybe he just wants to protect what's most precious to him. But in today's online world, even a short silence can spark all kinds of stories. But what about the children he didn't mention? Let's take a closer look. Harry and Meghan's silence. As more people started talking about Prince Harry's recent speech, attention quickly shifted to what he and Meghan would do next. But nothing happened. Neither of them said anything to explain why their children weren't mentioned. The palace also stayed quiet, as usual. In a world where the media is always waiting for a response, this silence stood out. Harry has always been known for speaking openly, whether it's about his mental health, military experience, or family issues. So for him to stay quiet about something as personal as his kids was surprising. Meghan, who usually acts fast to correct false stories, also stayed silent, a rare move for her. Without any answers from the couple, the public began filling in the blanks. Every hour they stayed silent gave people more time to come up with theories. Some took the silence as proof that the rumors were true. Others thought it was a smart way to take back control by not giving the public what they wanted, a clear explanation. But in the world of famous people, silence is rarely simple. It can be used to protect, but also to provoke. In this case, it seemed to do both. By staying quiet, Harry and Meghan let the internet and the media take over the story. And for a couple who once said they wanted to tell their story their way, this silence has only made them lose control of it. Whether they meant to or not, their silence has spoken louder than words, and it's only made the speculation worse. In the days after Harry left out any mention of their children, and both he and Meghan said nothing, old rumors started coming back stronger than ever. One of the most talked about was the claim that Meghan used a surrogate for one or both of her pregnancies. These rumors first appeared when she was expecting Archie. Some critics pointed to the way her baby bump looked or moved, claiming it didn't seem natural. At the time, most major news outlets ignored the gossip and called it nonsense. But now, with the children rarely seen in public and no real casual family photos to shut down the doubts, the rumors are spreading again. What made things worse were new claims about edited or staged photos. Online investigators started going over every picture released by the Sussexes, pointing out things they believed were signs of Photoshop or odd body positions that didn't look right. Some of these ideas seemed ridiculous, but the fact that there are so few natural, unplanned photos of Archie and Lilibet gave these theories more attention. In a world where even very private celebrity kids are sometimes seen at parks, airports, or local stores, the complete lack of unposed pictures of the Sussex children now feels suspicious to some people, not like privacy, but like something being hidden. Another question that keeps coming up is, have Archie and Lilibet ever been seen in a real unstaged public setting? The only confirmed sightings have been in carefully planned releases, like holiday cards, documentaries, or birthday videos. There are no viral pictures of Meghan pushing a stroller, no paparazzi snaps of Harry at school pickup, no random photos from neighbors in California. This could mean they have amazing security and are truly committed to protecting their children. But it also leaves a gap that makes people wonder even more. Some now believe the children's absence is part of the story, that the mystery doesn't feel like a choice anymore, but something very intentional. However, the most uncomfortable part of these rumors isn't whether they're true or not. It's why they keep coming back. Because Harry and Meghan won't share any real unplanned moments and won't address the whispers, people are left to guess. Whether fair or not, the more tightly they guard their children's lives, the more people ask what they're hiding. No theory has been proven, and many are probably false. But still, when openness is replaced by mystery, curiosity doesn't go away. It grows. Now, how is the palace responding to all of this? Let's find out. Palace response. Behind closed doors at Buckingham Palace, the latest buzz about Archie and Lilibet didn't go unnoticed. According to palace insiders, the atmosphere was tense but quiet, as social media exploded with questions about the children's absence and status. Top royal aides and advisors held serious talks. Some officials worried that staying silent would make things worse. Others thought speaking out would only give more attention to rumors that were better left ignored. However, the palace stuck to what it knows best, saying very little. A vague and carefully worded message was quietly shared through unofficial channels. It didn't mention Archie or Lilibet by name, but said the royal family wanted to protect the privacy of all minors, no matter their status. It was a classic royal move: acknowledge nothing, deny nothing, and hope it all blows over. But instead of calming the public, the silence felt calculated. Critics said it showed that the royal family either couldn't or wouldn't face the tough questions surrounding Harry and Meghan's children. The choice not to remove Archie and Lilibet's royal titles, or even talk about doing so, also spoke volumes. Some senior staff reportedly wanted stronger action, especially because of Harry and Meghan's continued distance from royal duties and their controversial media work. But others warned that taking away the children's titles could spark backlash, accusations of revenge, discrimination, or even guilt. On the other hand, keeping the titles without any clear explanation made it seem like the palace was quietly trying to clean up a mess without dealing with the real problem. The royal family's decision to avoid a clear response seemed like a risky move. By only offering vague statements about privacy, they kept their usual calm and distant tone. But this approach gave people more room to imagine the worst. For a family known for keeping control of the public story, this silence felt out of character. Whether it was a clever way to dodge controversy or just old-fashioned PR, one thing was obvious: the lack of answers only made the rumors louder. Like it or not, the palace had become part of the story. After Harry's recent speech and the renewed focus on Archie and Lilibet, things reportedly became more heated behind palace walls. Sources say Prince William was privately furious, feeling that his brother had once again thrown the monarchy off balance, right when they were trying to show unity under King Charles III. William, who strongly values royal tradition and duty, is said to be losing patience with what he sees as Harry and Meghan's ongoing drama, especially when it pulls attention away from other royals or creates new waves of speculation. Even though Harry's speech was subtle, some in the family saw it as another blow to already strained relationships. King Charles, meanwhile, is said to be extremely frustrated, not just because of the public reaction, but because he's stuck trying to be both a father and a king. Insiders say he's torn between wanting to shield his grandchildren from gossip and needing to protect the reputation of the monarchy. Granting Archie and Lilibet their titles might have been his way of extending a peaceful gesture, but now that choice feels more complicated than ever. The current drama has reopened old wounds and brought up painful questions about trust, loyalty, and family ties. Behind the scenes, palace discussions about how to respond have reportedly become tense and tightly controlled. What do you think about the shocking separation between Prince Harry and his son? Let us know your answer in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe.